On everyone. So topic of this video is the ammo shortage, and I figured this hoodie I got for Christmas, pretty fitting for this video. But so I did a little bit of research and I watched a few videos from two different actual ammo manufacturers, and also searched online and saw some discussions, things like that. And so that's where I got all this info from. But it's about the ammo shortage and the rumors that go around with the ammo shortage, like that the manufacturers are not producing ammo because of COVID, or they are not shipping it to certain locations, and various different things. So this video that I'm gonna put in the corner here, I'm not gonna really play the audio, I'm gonna just have it there. But in this video, he explains that the rumors about they're storing it somewhere, they're only selling it to certain like consumers, things like that are not true. And I know for a fact that they have not raised the price of ammo, that it's actually the distributors that are raising the price of ammo. That's because, like, if you look at Academy Sports, for instance, a lot of people say that Academy Sports, they found ammo there. And when you find it there, it's actually not price gouged. So the price gouging is coming from some of the distributors as well as some of the people that sell it. Like, we're all familiar with Cheaper Than Dirt and their fantastic pricing that they have going on right now. But so the price gouging is not coming from the actual manufacturer. It is coming from the distributors and some of the actual places that are selling it. So there's a little bit of miscommunication there. People think that the manufacturer's price gouging, and it's actually, they're still selling at the same rate that they were. And I actually saw them post up that that is verified, that they are selling it for the same price that they were. They're still producing actually more ammo than what they originally did. They're not producing less of it. They've hired more staff. Their factories apparently are running 24/7, and they're shipping out as much as they can. The biggest thing that is different with what's going on this time this year than it was at this time last year is there are about 7 million new gun owners. And so you got to consider those people purchased handguns. They want boxes of ammo with their handguns that they purchased. They are being told they need to go train and shoot, which they do. You need to train with the handgun you get. Well, that takes ammo. So that's 7 million people that originally weren't buying firearms and stuff like that and ammo are now buying it, which, if you think about it, that's actually really a good thing, because the more Americans that are buying guns and stuff like that, that means the more of us that agree that you have the right to defend yourself and your home and your family. And so we really need to consider that that is actually a good thing, even though it kind of sucks when you can't go to the store and just get the ammo that you're used to being able to get. And a lot of times you're not getting it for the $12 for a box of 50 and 9mm brass. You're paying $25, sometimes more. And so, yeah, that sucks. But for us as Americans and our rights, it's kind of a good thing of what's happening right now as far as the consumer standpoint on ammunition. So right now we are kind of at the point where ammunition's harder to get, and it's going to be that way for a little while, but eventually these manufacturers will catch up some compared to the supply and demand. And that's when you're going to start seeing it on shelves and stuff like that, as long as people like Biden and Bloomberg and all those, you know, communists don't decide to try to pass some sort of law that messes that up. I don't really know exactly everything that's going on. I know that they have some sort of Biden plan, and my biggest concern is that they are going to try to find a way to tax the companies that produce things like ammunition and stuff like that, and cause them to either not be able to afford to run their business or something like that. That's for another topic altogether. But as long as nothing stupid like that happens, in reality, ammo should be able to become, you know, obtainable from walking into a store like Academy Sports, I would say in 6 months or so, maybe a year. I mean, it's hard to really guess, but eventually the manufacturer is going to catch up to the consumer. And I know there was one big rumor that the manufacturers weren't really trying to produce too much ammo because they were worried everybody's buying it right now, and then they produce a ton, and then it just sits around. I don't really think that's true, that they're concerned about that right now, because as it stands right now, everything they produce ships out next day from what another company, I forget which one that was. It wasn't Federal's video that I watched. So they're producing ammo as much as they can and getting it out the door as quick as possible. It's just, we have a lot of new gun owners in America, and that's a really good thing. So take the negatives with the pros. I mean, there's some good standpoints to it, but yeah, I just felt like I needed to make this video and kind of explain that it's not that the manufacturers are having some sort of thing that's they're selling it to just certain people. Because one big one that I heard was that basically they were just creating ammo and like the government was buying it or things like that, and that's not the case. They are producing it, it's selling, and people are just buying it out. What the stores are still getting shipments like they used to, from what I'm being told. It's just a lot of things like online sales, for instance. So the way something works, if a bunch of companies purchase from one however, if they all purchase it from that person and say, my store purchased 30 boxes, so they allocate 30 to me. Well, if every store is trying to do that and they're used to only each store trying to get like 10, that's going to cause someone to miss out. And so that's where you're seeing stores, some stores have it, some stores don't. And I don't have the exact answers for all of it. I mean, I'm just basing it off a standpoint. Like, for instance, I work for a company of electronics, and during this whole thing, a lot of electronics started selling more. And they can't allocate everything to every single store when there's only a limited supply compared to what they used to make. And so there's just a lot of factors to it, but hopefully we'll be out of this ammo thing before the end of 2021. I'm really hoping so, because I need to be able to start hitting the range more and be able to afford the ammo that I go to the range and film these videos with, which I have a ton of new stuff coming. Monday, actually, specifically, I've got a ton of stuff coming for the MCK and the G3C. And then shortly after that, I'll be having something for that partner 12 gauge shotgun that I have. So there's going to be a video being done on that too, which I'm pretty excited about. But I hope you found this video informational, and I hope it somewhat explains what's going on with ammo. So, and then also these companies said they've been getting a lot of like threats and harassment and stuff like that. And so if you've been somebody that's doing that, just understand it's not the manufacturer you need to be harassing, the distributors, I guess. So not really, don't really do that, I'm just saying. I hope you guys found this video informational. If you could, hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. And I'm also doing a giveaway for an MCK, so if you haven't entered in that as well, go down to any of my social media down in the description below, and there are links that get you to it. It's through a website called Gleam. So once you see that Gleam link in one of my social medias, click on that, and that's how you get entered to win. And I'm doing that drawing live on New Year, so yeah, check it out. Other than for that, I'll catch y'all later.